If I had these lessons and experience when I first started, I'd probably be a god right now. The first thing I would learn how to do is play the piano and use MIDI files. I didn't know how to export MIDI files. I didn't even know how to save scores. I was a very egotistical 14-year-old and I was like, who the fuck uses the piano? What the fuck? We can click it in FL Studio. So I just, but now as I'm learning the piano, it's so much easier to translate my ideas. Yeah. Learn the piano. Speaking about MIDIs, I literally started with the little Akai MIDI. You get it for as cheap as $99. It's really, really solid. It helps me personally brainstorm ideas, so I definitely recommend that. Number 2, Ableton was the first VST that I bought. I'm not gonna say anything to get myself in trouble with FL Studio, but just know we got FL Studio a very intelligent way. Looking back now, I wish I would have learned both of them because you can't go wrong knowing how to use more DAWs. I think it's easier to make melodies in Ableton and record instrumentation and then convert it, and then it's easier to do drums in FL Studio. They have tons and tons and tons of sound. As you can see by this message, recently somebody asked me which DAW they should get, the FL Studio $99 version or the $199 version. And as you can see, I didn't give them an answer. Deep down, they knew what they needed to do, but they just wanted validation that they're making the right decision. For any producers that don't know which DAW to get, he says get the $199 version of FL Studio. And you can do that and support the channel by clicking the link below. Thank you, and let's get into number 3. So the secret to making a quote-unquote hit for me personally is evoking emotion in myself. Focus on how the music makes me feel instead of just being in my ego or worrying about how other people will perceive the art. First, I would focus on, can I listen to this a million times before I release it? That'll serve you so much more than following the trends and people pleasing. You can really get lost in that, and it really strips the joy out of music. I'd focus on what I like making. If I can dance to it, if I can go out and create memories to it, that is all that matters. That's the reason we're making music. The 4th thing I learned is to include more people in the creative process. As we know, music is energy. The more energy you have going into whatever you're doing, the more successful or worse it'll be. You just have more ideas and more direction. Not only that, you get work done faster. If I could start over, I think I did a good job continually learning about new VSTs and learning from different people. It's so important to just stay updated with the trends, not necessarily compare yourself or get lost. Just knowing what's out there and exploring, it'll work wonders for your creativity musically. Yeah, I don't know, just trying new things, following your highest excitement. That's all I can say. I think that's what learning does for me. It just shows me what's out there so I can push my potential. Number 6, I wouldn't make music my identity. Oh man, it bruises your ego when everyone knows you just for music. Oh yeah, you make music, right? It's yeah, but I'm also a fucking human. I think if I was first starting off, I probably wouldn't have branded myself as Z Jackies. I would have just used my name. People would have known me as Jack first before, oh, you produce for this guy. Oh, you make music. Could we do this? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Because then you're restricted and limited to only one thing. But just thinking about the duality of the situation, it's beautiful that people know you for your music and support you. But I think just balance is so necessary. I'd probably tell my younger self first starting off, if you don't want to be known for this, don't do it. If you don't want this to be your entire existence, your breath of air, don't do it. But if you're okay with that, definitely go for it. Getting closer to the end, I wish I would have known that if I invested a little bit more, it would have helped. And now I'm not saying that I didn't invest at all. I definitely invested somewhere near the thousands into my music career. Just knowing that I can learn from somebody else, I can do different things, trial and error and experiment. It sets me ahead. Never be afraid to spend money to get a new experience, because that experience might lead you to joy. Joy is the end goal, what we're trying to achieve here. Making music, joy, don't forget it. I'd invest a little bit more no matter what. Oh my goodness, full transparency, we're at number 8, learning to trust myself in my creations. If I said I was gonna drop that song, I have to do it and just trust I'm making the right decision. In this career, nobody's gonna give you guidance on what's right or what's wrong. It's literally you following your intuition and you risking what you're willing to risk. I have to mention that if you're not willing to risk anything, you're risking everything. Just think about that for a second. And this is not only a musical lesson, but I think this pertains to life as well. The more that you can trust yourself and your authority, better your life becomes. You aren't depending on anyone. You don't feel like a victim. You're just going with your gut and knowing that this is right for me. Number 9, no anticipating instant gratification. I would tell myself, I would learn and instill in my head that focus is the most important part to achieving whatever I want in life. I can't get there if I keep letting these dopamine spikes influence what I'm going to do next. Just because my song doesn't get a million fucking likes the first day doesn't mean that I didn't impact someone deeply with that song and the message. As long as you're intentional with what you do, you're going to impact people. The instant gratification and validation behind your action will not matter. So these are my 9 producer commandments. They're kind of rough, but it is a solid guidance foundation. I know that any producer that's looking to enter this industry and grow will definitely find value in this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. I'll see you guys in the next video.